Hi everyone. Today I'm here to explain you about how to configure work orders for manufacturing in Odoo 40. So in manufacturing industry, there may be different and distinct phases in the product manufacturing process. Each process will require separate protocols as multiple types of equipments are required to process them. So it is really important to set multiple physical spaces for a specific process. So when you open manufacturing module, you can see we have a work centers overview, work centers or workstations overview. So you can see we have three workstations or work centers created. So the work center in manufacturing industry is the place where specific processes takes place. So we can create multiple work orders or multiple operations and execute them in work centers. So you can see we have assembly line 1, drill station 1, assembly line 2. And you can plan, we can plan work orders. So when you click plan orders, we can plan orders for your workstations, can create manufacturing order from here. And you can also see if you have created some work orders, we can see the work orders. So you can see for assembly line 1, there is one work order in progress. So when you click on this, you can see that. You can see for table 1 unit, a work order is in progress. And here also, by clicking this also, you can see the work orders of your work center. So you can see for the operation work center name, then manufacturing order, then the scheduled start date, expected duration of that operation. Then from here we can continue the process. Then it is also possible to view the overall equipment effectiveness of your work center. So which is calculated by dividing, that is when you click this. So you can see for this workstation, work center, overall equipment effectiveness 25%. So when you click on this, you can see the for our OEE, we have different views. We have graph view, pivot view, and list view. So it is calculated by dividing the over, that is total productive time. So just add all the total product fully productive time and then divided by the overall equipment efficiency, that is 4324.78, and then multiplied by 100 and you will get a percentage. So that is our overall equipment effectiveness. And for every workstation has a, that is every workstation has a target, OE target. So if it is not reached, then it will be shown in red color. So you can see for this workstation, it is shown in red color, that is it is 25%. So it may, that is the target is not reached. So when you click on these three dots, you can see something like we can plan orders for your work centers, that is create orders. Then we can send maintenance request for your work centers. You can see all the maintenance requests here in different stages. So you can create new maintenance request. Then here under reporting, that is we have a overall equipment effectiveness reporting. So we also have option to change the measure, like you can select the count and duration. And if there is any equipment failure or reduced speed or material availability, that also can be viewed here. So now for our work center, fully productive time, you can see that. So if you check this workstation, you can see there is equipment failure. Then you can see the performance of your workstation, work center. So you can see real duration. And you have some measures like worksheet page, count, expected duration, quantity, duration per unit, duration deviation, like that way. And you can filter it by ready, pending, in progress, and group, that is I can add some custom group. And we also have uh, waiting availability. So you can see one is waiting. Then we also have an option to change the color of your workstation or work center. Then we can configure our work center by clicking on the settings. So before that, we have to see one thing in our configuration settings. So when you go to settings, you can see under operations we can enable work orders. Then only we can process operations at specific work centers, and then configure our work centers. Okay, and if you want to add timing for your work order, you can enable this option also. Then if you want quality checking, you can do that also. Okay, so coming back to our overview, then go to settings of a work center. So you can see our form. So here we can set the work center name, then alternative work center. So alternative work centers can be substituted to this one in order to dispatch production. So if our work center assembly line 1 is busy with some operations, we can redirect a new operation to this alternative work center. So it avoids loss of productive time and it makes flexible and cost effective. So we can add here assembly line 2. Then you can add code for your work center. Then we can set working hours of our work center. So for this work center, it is standard 40 hours per week. And if you go to external link, you can see in detail the company average hours per day, time zone of your work center. That is working hour. Then full time, total hours per week. Then work time rate can be seen here. It is 100 percentage. Then you can see the working hours. That is, we can add here. We can add the shifts here. So there are morning, afternoon shifts, Friday. Then we can add global time off for your schedule. That is working hours. And save this. Then you can see the company here. Then here we can have a general information of the work center. Can set some general information. So we can set production information for our work center, that is time efficiency, which is used to calculate the expected duration of a work order at this work center. And you can see the capacity of the work center. That means the number of quantities that can be produced in the work center in parallel. So here we can set it as 5. Then you can see OE target, that is overall equipment effectiveness or efficiency target in percentage. Sorry, overall equipment efficiency target in percentage. Then you can see time before production, that is a time required for set that is to set up the work center. So if you require 1 minute, then time after production, that is when you produce something after production, time required for cleaning the work center. So for that we need 5 minutes. There's also 5 minutes. Then here we can see costing information of the work center. So cost per hour of the work center, we can set some cost. So here already some cost is set. Then here we can add analytical account. So automate entries in analytical accounting on production orders. Then you can add in description for the work center. After adding details, you can say this. So here we can see the overall equipment effectiveness of our work center. You can see that. Then here we can see the total hours lost for the work center due to some equipment failure or some other issue. So you can see 0.06 hours lost, and when you click on this, you can see in detail for the operation. You can see at work center, you can see the user of that work center, then those reason. You can see due to reduced speed, when you take more time, that is when the real time is greater than expected duration. speed will be reduced. Then if there are any equipment failure, then main material availability, inavailability, so that if some can see the duration taken and the total time. And if you want to create more productive loads for your work center, you can click create and add those loads from here. So you can add loads reason here. Okay, if there is product a process defect, and we can set the start date, end date, duration. So can say that after this. And if there are any manufacturing order, we can attach that also. Then here you can see the load of this work center load. So when you click on this, you can see a graph view and pivot view for the work center loads. And we have different measures like quantity, real duration, duration per unit, and worksheet page. Then we have a report of performance of this work center in percentage. So we also have different views for this. You can see there are four views for this to evaluate the performance of the work center. And then we also have an option to attach equipment for our work center. So you can see some monitors and furniture tools are added, equipments are added here, and you can see technician of each equipment. Then you can see mean time between failure, which is computed based on corrective maintenance. So basically we have two type of maintenance, corrective and preventive. So when you're doing corrective maintenance, like when code and we do maintenance, then we can calculate mean time between failure, that is average time between two failures. Then you can see mean time to repair, average mean time to repair this equipment. Then we can also see estimated next failure of the equipment. So that's how we configure work center. And then after configuring work center, we can add operations in bill of material. That is, when you create a bill of material for a product, we can add operations here and set the work center here. And it is also possible to add work centers or operations when you're creating manufacturing order. So here under work orders, we can add operations and work center. And after that, when you're processing work manufacturing orders, we can view the work orders. So you can see there are one work order in progress. And coming back to our overview, it is also possible to block a work center. So here you can see work center block. This work center is blocked, and we can click to unblock this work center. Now it is unblocked. And we can also block another work center by clicking on this, and you can set the loss reason. So if there is any failure, okay, reduced yield, and we can add description and block. So now it is blocked. So that's all about configuring work centers in Odoo 14 manufacturing. If you're interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to odoo@cybrosys.com.